Alright guys, so today I'm joined by Smash Chew, and today we are going to
Hello.
settle it in Smash. Now this is a new series that we want to start where basically we debate a topic and play Smash at the same time. You can kind of see where the pun comes from. So today's topic is about the future of Smash, and if Smash should return to form, or if it should kind of embrace the characters. So joining me today is Smash Chew, who
Hello.
is representing the return to form that Smash should kind of focus on Nintendo characters, and myself, Push Dustin, who will argue that the future of Smash is characters. So, Smash Chew, why don't you go ahead and start?
Right.
You can also select your stage now, by the way.
Just did. So me and Push both wrote articles on this. I did the Return to Form, and yours was Smash's the future Smash's characters. I think is the title. Both from our
Yeah,
Source
that's
Gaming. I also have another one that's the Barrel is Half Full, which was done a little later, which talks more just about specific characters. So I guess just to start off as a charge by punch, a big reason I'm saying this too. I think there was some confusion was even with the article was Smash Bros. Are getting very large. Like right now, I think Sakurai said about 58 characters. There would be 55. There'd be 55 if you didn't count the mini fighters. But anyway, so already there's going to have to be cuts. The unfortunate part is there's probably going to be cuts for the next game. So that's one reason why I say we're kind of return to form. And part of it is that it seems to be Nintendo kind of forgets it. Nintendo Sakurai, but that's where I think Super Smash Bros. Strength is that it focuses on such a diverse roster of characters, and it focuses on Nintendo's history. But I think too many people, the reason I wrote that one article, I think people are like, well, there's not really any Nintendo characters. I was trying to show no, that's not really the case. So, and of course, the other concern is that as Smash Bros. Goes on, each Smash game probably has about like 13 characters, or probably about planned characters. It varies between the number of games, not getting into the calculations. Oh yeah, take that, Pac-Man. That's right, get out of here. So it's gonna be a kind of it's as the series goes on, it's gonna be trickier to keep a lot of characters and still add some new ones. So that's why if you consider a character like King K. Rool, that's probably why you're not seeing him. Because yeah, King K. Rool makes sense if you think about it, but like, oh yeah.
Damn it.
But it's hard to add him. Same for the Zelda series. You know, the Zelda series is a series that has like, I don't know the actual sales numbers, but it's one of the most successful series Nintendo has. But you really can't add too many characters outside the main ones because you only can really add a few characters each game, and they tend to focus mostly on new ones. And it becomes hard when you're also doing third-party characters too. And kind of my main point is, I think there's always concern like, oh, these characters won't be successful. When you look at Heroes of the Storm, right now, just looking at kind of current numbers, it's estimated between 10 to 20 million active players. Not active, I'm sorry, total players. We're not sure active numbers. And it only focuses on Blizzard's characters. But one of the interesting thing was, even given that, it hasn't really stopped people from enjoying the new characters, even though a lot of the new characters are coming out probably aren't like the top tier ones. For instance, a good example is Lunara, one of the characters released recently, fairly recently. She really doesn't have that much of a place in the Warcraft lore. She's kind of vaguely mentioned, if at all. Some people probably correct me on that. But when the character came out, this is anecdotal, I've been sure, but when the character came out, like, it hasn't really stopped people from picking her. I saw her everywhere, and the same thing's true as the new character that released, Greymane, which is probably also a fairly obscure character, relatively speaking, to a lot of the other characters that are in there, like Jane or Uther, and of course, like StarCraft, Diablo characters. So, but the reason I kind of bring that up is the strength of Heroes of Storm is Blizzard's characters, and I think the same thing, the strength of Super Smash Bros. Is Nintendo's characters. So that's kind of like essentially my point. If you want to try and you want to take your stance, Pac-Man.
Sure.
Oh wow, I didn't realize our damages are so close. Uh-oh. Oh shit.
So, I think in order to understand why the feature of Smash is the characters is you kind of need to start at the beginning. Oh god damn it.
Oh, I was gonna go for a kill though. Perfect timing, perfect segue.
So hold on, let's set up the next game.
Yeah, let's do that first.
So, kind of like the reason that the future of Smash is characters. Let's see, who am I gonna embarrass myself with next?
That actually was a good one though. Like I was kind of talking about paying attention, but that was like really good.
Yeah. Let's see, and let's pick a really cool stage. Okay, so originally the original Smash prototype rule, or as Nintendo America translated it as Dragon King, it didn't have any characters. It just had like these really generic, blank kind of templates. And the reason that Nintendo characters were even chosen was because Sakurai Iwata, they kind of realized that they needed some kind of draw for a fighting game. And without being an established fighting game on an arcade, they realized that if they could use Nintendo characters, that would create like a big draw. So, it's never really been about Nintendo characters. You could argue it's never really been about Nintendo characters, and that's because it's always been about just getting a unique cast of characters. And then secondly, with Melee, Sonic, that was kind of lag.
It's one part like actually arguing a point. It's one part trying to play a video game.
Yeah, it's trying to concentrate on like two different things at once.
It makes it more
It's kind of hard. Anyway.
Trust me.
So, in Melee, Snake and Sonic were both considered for that game, but because they were kind of brought up too late, they couldn't be added in the game. Also, with Melee, that's where you saw the subtitle Nintendo All-Stars being completely dropped. And they did have the recording for it, but they didn't use it. If you go on the cutting room floor, you can listen to someone, I'm not sure who it is, say Nintendo All-Stars. So, I would say that the focus on Nintendo has been dropped since Melee. Then, last point a couple points I wanted to make was, even though the roster is getting big...
Oh, that doesn't make I didn't... Keep going, yeah.
Because of the roster getting so big, they need to kind of keep the hype going, and the only way that they can do that is to... Ooh,
I was actually lucky on my part.
Is to focus on the characters. Like, random Mario character number 15 isn't going to bring as much hype as Cloud Strife or Mega Man.
What the heck?
Did that balloon kill me?
Yeah, it did. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I guess
Man.
it is. I guess it is. Yeah, you were saying, what is it?
Okay, and then,
Hype.
lastly, I think third-party characters are a good way to kind of showcase and to build up relations with, third parties. And that's something that Nintendo kind of needs to focus. Oh, shit. With their, because ever since the N64, they never really had great third parties. But I think Smash can kind of bring them back to the table. Like, if you look at Bandai Namco and Capcom, they've had... Ooh, shit, what the fuck am I doing? They had great relations with Nintendo following Smash Brothers. Like, you can see, Monster Hunter Cross, it has Toon Link and Fox, I believe.
That's actually didn't even know, because I don't even keep up with Monster Hunter. So that's news to me.
And so, like, I wonder if that kind of stuff would be possible if it wasn't for Smash kind of breaking that ground. So yeah, that's the summary of my argument. So why don't you go ahead and start refuting?
Yeah, we can, and this is kind of where we just go back and forth, right? Just kind of like chit-chatting about this topic.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I think we're a little different because I think, and I think we talked about this before. So, because I think we both agree that Sakurai's directing the next Smash, that there probably would be another third-party character, but it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be excessive. Like, it would be probably about what we saw in Smash 4, not counting the DLC, like that kind of same mix, like 1 or 2 third-party characters, and about 10 or so Nintendo characters, something like that. That's kind of what I would think too, if you do it. So I'm kind of talking a little bit more from like a kind of like what if or why is a good idea. I think you're talking a little more practical. But one thing I disagree a little bit about, I know you mentioned the and I didn't mention this, but Nintendo strategy, because you mentioned they dropped the labeling of Nintendo All Stars. You mean in the
Yes.
Oh, God damn it! You picked this stage? Oh fuck!
I love Pac-Man.
I hate this stage.
Such a good stage.
It's funny too because you pick Cloud, and you'll probably win too because you pick Cloud. maybe self-fulfilling prophecy.
Actually, no. Like, I'm so busy like researching and writing about Smash that I don't have time to play Smash.
Well, you're beating me right now. Okay.
That's because Pac-Lan's amazing.
I sincerely disagree. This might be another sell at Smash, which is this topic. But I know. But going to their promotion, I know in the oh shit, it killed me.
Yeah.
In the advertisement from the games, they still use Nintendo All Stars. Like this game, obviously, looking at the box art, they at least in Nintendo, I'm not sure in Japan if they did. They used Nintendo All Stars still here. They still say it's Nintendo All Stars.
Yeah, but they like also feature the third-party guest characters.
They do. They always create their guest characters. Brawl did too, actually. Like they said, guest characters join the fight. Like they specifically say they're guests. So two things. One, of course, is one thing I didn't say before. Is I think one of the things you talk about promoting characters, but Nintendo's strategy is to promote their own IPs. So they obviously have recognized that. Amiibo being part of it. I think he's mentioned recently, Kimishima.
Yeah.
That theme parks and anime or television. You might be talking more about like just animation in general.
Yeah.
That's also gonna be part of the strategy. So I think if you're talking about it from a strategic point, it makes more sense to do Nintendo's characters because Smash was kind of not really, but kind of been a way to promote characters. Even though I don't think that's intentionally been the point. Kind of happens.
What the?
Yeah, I win. That's how I win. Oh, you had that. You're gonna beat my ass.
Yeah, damn it. Okay.
That's why we don't pick Pac-Land.
No.
That was your own doing that
Cloud. Look at Cloud, yeah.
So that's one.
Anyway.
One thing I do think I disagree a little bit. You talk about relationships. Well, a lot of those relationships I kind of started before Smash. So like obviously, Nintendo, like Bandai Namco has been kind of for a while. They actually bought, I think, Monolith from Namco Bandai actually, or bought some of their shares. I'm not sure the exact details of that.
Yeah, but it's a second. Second party now.
So they actually had a pretty good relationship before that. And the other thing too is, if you look at say like, I don't think it's gonna really build relationships. I think it's just gonna be a one-off thing in the end. And of course, seeing as that it's kind of strategically is focusing their own IPs, it could be I guess say problematic, but kind of the best word for.
Yes.
Oh, we're going back here again. Goddamn! I've picked the same one stage. Well, I guess twice. So,
sorry, I just.
No, it's fine.
I just really wanted revenge on Pac-Lan.
Fair enough. I'll get you, Cloud. So, like, here's actually Cloud's a good example. You brought, you're playing him. I don't think, even though Cloud's in Smash Bros, I don't think it's gonna change any of the relationship. I think for Square Enix standpoint, it's like, cool, thanks for adding him, but they're not gonna bring any more games essentially to that as a result. Like, they're not gonna bring Final Fantasy VII Remake to it because Cloud's in Smash. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna open up the same kind of market in the same way.
I think it shows that that fans of that company have content on Nintendo that could sell.
You mean like So you mean there's like they kind of you mean it opens up a market, right? If I understand.
Yeah,
right?
It opens the market a little bit more. Like Nintendo improving third-party relations is a great thing for Nintendo and for the system.
It is, but I don't. Yeah, keep going.
Because right now, only Nintendo games really sell, on Nintendo consoles, and that's been a huge problem. So I think showing the third-party characters can kind of tempt the Nintendo fans to purchase more third-party content.
I think part of that though is that's more the from the third-party company standpoint rather than from the Nintendo standpoint. That's kind of why I mentioned that. Sure, it's going to be cool that they get more. That it seems like they might get more content, but they won't in the end because they're still going to make games for PlayStation 3.
I mean,
PlayStation
look
4,
at
Xbox. Because that's what they've been
Mega
doing
Man
since the Wii.
3DS.
What's up?
Mega Man 3DS, the remake, Gold Mega Man Amiibo.
I think that's actually
that's a
every
oh my
time.
god.
Actually, I kind of see your point on that one actually because I think that's but that was more. I think in the end, the primary beneficiary would be Capcom because they're kind of like.
But Nintendo also benefits because they have more.
They do have a new
games.
Yeah. Though I think that's kind of weird one because Mega Man is always a character, and the reason I kind of I thought characters like Sonic Mega Man worked really well is because they're popular with Nintendo fans, which doesn't make sense why that remake would be a good on a Nintendo system because it's kind of a weird chicken versus egg, which one comes first? Is Smash Bros. Mega Man popular, or Mega Man already popular because Smash? I'll look at it that way if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, like, I get your point that, you know, Nintendo should be focusing on, like, promoting their IPs, but, like, Smash is a great way to kind of promote their IPs to other people besides Nintendo fans. Like, Nintendo fans know who Tingle is. They know, you know, all of these characters. But outside fans, they wouldn't know who he is. And so, like, if you bring, you know, third-party characters, it kind of introduces fans of other series to
Nintendo. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know, and I know some people said that. I've heard some anecdotal evidence. People say, "Well, I only started playing Smash with Sonic." But I think most of the people are going to be playing Smash. I don't think someone who's like, I know use Cloud's another example. He's a bit extreme, but like if they're going to be like if you're a fan of Final Fantasy 7, you're probably not going to be like, well, now I have to go out and buy Wii U for this one character in Super Smash Bros. As DLC.
I mean,
like
that's basically what Max said.
Max?
Max, Max had Smash Brothers beforehand, but Max is a YouTuber who had the Cloud reaction.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, Maximilian dude. Which I liked him because he's one of the people. I felt too many people were like, this is aside, were like, oh hype, oh it's Cloud. Like Roger's base hates to call him out, but he's kind of an example of those kind of folks. I know he's a big fan, but where actually Maximilian was like, oh, I actually heard someone that's actually legitimately excited for Cloud, not that, oh my god, it's Cloud. I have to have Cloud. Like that. That was more the response I heard. But I see what you're saying. You're saying that he's a good example of someone that is. They got kind of back into Smash Bros. Through Cloud, which is 100% true. At least he said it.
Yeah, and like I know even some Japanese people that have said like once they heard that Cloud was in Smash, were like, "Wow, I really want to check that out. I love Final Fantasy VII."
True. I just don't think it's going to be a significant impact. Cause I don't think a lot of people are going to buy just for that. Like the thing is, if you're buying Smash, you're probably already a Nintendo fan because you already are buying a Wii U. So, for example, the games you're probably playing are probably Splatoon, Mario Maker, Nintendo Land, any of the Mario games on there. So, oh yeah, and you were beating me too. I just think that a lot of those people, you're already going to kind of be in that fan group. So going back to Heroes of the Storm example, it's kind of like it's your target market is Nintendo, like the same way as that Blizzard knows that they're selling to
Why limit your growth?
I just think it's not going to really have that significant impact. So talking a little bit about what you mentioned, that there's eventually going to be the hype, continuing hype, because there is a sense of that even Nintendo characters aren't going to be as exciting as they are before. There are still some good characters out there on both ends. It's just that it's dried up in general. But the problem is, I think one is it does cause a little bit of divide, which we're seeing a little bit. We saw some people complaining about the number of third-party characters, that was a little bit more in the Nintendo. I saw it more in Nintendo communities rather than Smash. Actually, and the other thing, of course, is they're more expensive. I'm gonna say that I can't say that for sure, but I'm pretty confident. Obviously, it's not gonna be simple. Oh, heck.
What?
I was worried about that actually for a minute. Oh, shit, something back at me. And there are some licensing agreements. Like I don't think it's not fair to say it's not right to say that's totally 100% easy. If you look at Cloud, I think we actually had a little argument about this on Twitter. Like, obviously, his voice isn't, doesn't have an English voice in the English version.
Yeah, and I believe that's because of the voice actor and American voice actor being Union.
Yeah, and there's also music too. Like, for some reason, there's no new music, and Sonic is the same way actually.
Again, I think it's just due to licensing. Like,
and I think this is one of the problems you're gonna run into.
Square definitely uses all Union.
Oh, is there music Union too?
Smash and Nintendo, quite famously, actually don't.
Oh, is the music union too, or
Yeah, I believe so, and that's why they could only do 2 or something like that.
Yeah, but I think that's one of the things you're gonna run into. Not that every character is gonna have a problem. Obviously, they never had a problem with Capcom. I think it's probably why Reroad chose them first, and when Mega Man's probably chose them first. I don't think that was ever an issue. And now probably Sonic. I do think that if anyone's in the Max, I'm just gonna say it's probably gonna be Sonic. Of any of the 3. Or any of the 6 now. Something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that's most of what I have to say about that.
Well, I think we're just gonna see them more naturally, just because it's kind of what's interesting to work with for Sakurai too.
Yeah.
Like Sakurai even said in the recent Fire Emblem 25th, 25th anniversary that he likes working with other content creators. Yeah. He likes working on interesting projects, and third-party characters are kind of this unique thing to bring to the table. Like, how do you integrate not only non-Nintendo characters, but characters that exist from other companies into the Smash Brothers universe.
Okay. How about this? You want to do one more match, and we'll kind of use that as closing remarks.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Sorry that I suck at this game.
No, it's okay. No, it is legit hard, like, try to talk and play at the same time. This works, if I want to go with this. I think I was a third, last time I think we tried to record this, I was a third party character, and I was Cloud, and I killed you with, that one move at, like, 50%.
Yeah.
But anyway, so do you want to start,
I've been picking different characters, or trying to, except for that Cloud rematch.
Yeah, I think we're thematic this time. But, so, since I kind of talked a lot this time, do you want to kind of, since we're kind of doing the closing remarks, do you want to, kind of top it off or finish it off?
Basically, it just comes down to, I think that third-party characters are the more interesting additions to Smash. Like, you have, some Nintendo characters that will, still make it in. I think the game is still, majority, I don't know if that's a word, it's still, gonna be Nintendo characters, because that's what's easier to work with.
Right.
But I don't think we should discount third-party characters. I don't think that we should expect them to come back in full force next time.
So yeah, I'm closing my fight with real quick. I don't think it's gonna be like full force, but I think it's gonna be what we've seen before. Just license agreement, but basically I agree with you otherwise. But basically kind of just, I guess, to close it up as we fight with Mana and Ryu. I think it's more, the reason I say it too is because, I think it's more of, it's who you're targeting, right? So if you think about it logically, it's like, okay, well, don't third-party characters, aren't they more popular? And it makes sense if you think about it, but again, it's who is your target market, really. I think there's one saying, it's like, if you try to appeal to everyone, you'll appeal to no one. And that's one of the problems you can run with third-party characters, because you're going to have some characters that people aren't going to be like, well, I don't really care about this character. But when you talk about Nintendo characters, you're going to be somewhat of a universal appeal among fans, because you're owning a Nintendo system, or you're interested in buying a Nintendo system, you're probably going to buy Smash, and it's probably going to be the game that gets you out to, it's going to get the Nintendo fans out to buy the new system. So I think that, but even though, go ahead.
Okay, well, I think the fact that, Smash does try to appeal to everyone, that's a issue in itself.
Oh,
like, if you look at the gameplay, it's not just geared towards hardcore players, it's also geared towards casuals.
Right.
Smash is all about trying to have a wide appeal. That's how Sakurai operates. Like, if you look at Kirby, it's a game that beginners can play, it's a game that you can play even if you're a hardcore gamer. And that's kind of always been Sakurai's mission statement.
Right.
And, like, I think the design choice of third-party characters kind of reflects that, too.
Trying to appeal to everyone? Right. I just think the issue is going to be you can't really appeal to... The issue is that you, with some of the third-party characters, it's very broad, because some people are going to agree what characters they think. Like, someone might say, well, Bayonetta is not really a good choice, and they could probably bring a lot of really good arguments, because essentially when you're talking about every pool of character, it's who do you really choose. And I think we talked about this, I know I mentioned this, in the discussion about All-Stars. Some characters aren't in there. We don't really have any characters from, like, EA or Ubisoft. Like, Blizzard has a ton of characters, so we've talked a lot about here at the Storm. But and those characters make a lot of sense, but are they going to get added to Smash? And by not adding them, do you essentially lose something? So I think first is, if you have Nintendo characters, you're focusing on kind of who's your market is, essentially. Nintendo fans are gonna buy a Nintendo system. They want the game.
Yeah, but they're gonna buy it anyway.
That's true, but it's a way to guarantee them to come out for Smash. If you think of it like that way.
I mean, they're gonna buy it anyway. They're gonna come out. Like, they don't need to appeal to a base that's already.
If that's the case, then wouldn't you want to do Nintendo characters because they're cheaper? Because then there's no point to really appeal to them. Why don't you just go with the most practical
with third-party
option?
characters, you have the ability to kind of expand your base, and that's what Smash is all about. Is about appealing to a wide range of people.
I think that's probably a good place to close my argument, because I guess that's essentially kind of what I'm saying is. That is, yeah, you can build your base, but I think the issue is, on one hand, it's not going to work, I think, as expected. You think, well, all these people are going to come out for this character, but a lot of the people are going to be buying this character, or buying the characters in this game. So let's say, I'm going to use this example. Let's say, Just Simon Belmont. I can't think of a really good one, so let's use him. So let's say it's
Yeah.
going to bring out other people. Actually, you know what? Better one? Laura Croft actually might be a better character. So there might be Sony
Okay.
fans or people that might like that character, but are they going to spend the money to buy Smash if there's not other games on the system that they appeal to? And that's kind of talking about third-party characters. That's why I don't
Again.
think it's not going to really help them, because third parties aren't really going onto Nintendo for a different reason. Like look the Wii. Like the Wii is like the system they should have made games for, but they came out with very lackluster games, or they're kind of B or C list games. And that's because they don't want to make for those systems. And I don't think a third-party relationship is not going to change that, because they'll what they'll do: say, "Thank you, Nintendo. That's really cool," and they'll keep kind of making the games on the Xbox and the PlayStation that they're going to make anyway. So no, I think it's kind of what I'm saying. It's not really going to change much. It's a little more practical in the sense that you're kind of appealing to your core base, and it lets you kind of do more interesting characters that you really couldn't be able to do by focusing on third-party characters. Because again, that's one of the reasons why we haven't seen a lot of new Zelda characters. That's the reason we haven't seen characters like King K. Rool that fans enjoy. So I think that's kind of some of the issues, some of the benefits essentially of running into it, and as well as some of the issues on the other side of why essentially a game. And I'm talking about a lot of third-party games. I'm kind of talking in extremes a little bit here. Why that might not be the best. Did you want to go for one last stock? I see you have one stock here.
Yeah, I have one stock, so we can just do one quick match.
All right. If you want to just say any last thoughts. I think I pretty much said kind of what my point. So you can feel free to just fervently disagree with that.
Yeah, like I said, I just really disagree with it. Like, I think that there's no harm in third-party characters, and like if you don't like them, then don't play them. Like, like kind of like what Sakurai said, and don't need this, don't need that. Not everything's meant to appeal to you, and you just gotta accept that, basically. And like third-party characters, like I think they do help third-party relations, and give people reasons to buy other games. Like, look at how many people are now interested in Bayonetta just because of the game of the character getting into Smash. And Nintendo of America is even promoting the game. Nintendo of Japan had the game on sale for like 40% off a couple weeks ago. So I think third-party characters are a good thing for the system. They're a good thing for the game, and it will definitely help Nintendo.
The only thing I will say, to that point, is I know we've kind of been going a little bit back and forth a little longer. It's kind of closing. Is kind of the same thing I talked about. Kind of like what came first. If Bayonetta was not on, I think you might agree with me on this. If Bayonetta 2 was not on Nintendo system, do you think that she would have even been in Smash?
I think it would have been more difficult for her to be in Smash, yeah.
Right, and I think of course she was the popular choice, right? So I think that's also one reason why she was
the most popular
choice.
realizable choice.
Right, who knows what that is. I'm just gonna assume right now it means everyone that's not Shrek. For purpose of this debate. That's a whole nother can of worms I think we can get into.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that's how it ends. I guess we'll have to just agree to disagree.
Finally I took a game.
There it goes. Fitting end. So I guess it means you win, or something like that. I'm not sure if this works.
No, you won more of the sets. We'll let the comments decide. So leave a comment.
That's a good
if you agree with Smash 2 or if you agree with me, and why, and we'll maybe like feature them on Source Gaming.
You could be on the internet.
Leave a like if you like this kind of video, and thanks for joining us. Bye.
Till next time.